Now, I promised you that we were going to cover some pretty killer stuff. I think up to this point, we've talked about, a lot. And you've gone from square one. I've shown you the real step-by-step, the things that are required to really build your business and make it successful. We're going to step it up a notch right now, though, in two aspects. In one, this is the thing that separates the men from the boys, so to speak. This is where affiliate marketers, like where the determination, whether you're an elite marketer or you're just an average everyday marketer. That said, this is also going to be the most difficult to comprehend in a sense because of the fact that we're going to deal with some technical stuff here. Here's the good news, though. It's going to seem intimidating when you see some of the stuff that we're going to talk about. We're going to start talking about, programming and stuff like that. But it's actually not, because I've made this copy and paste simple, literally. The thing is, when you see what we're going to talk about, it's going to look intimidating. But listen to me. Just like you don't have to know how, bearings work and how combustion works and how your carburetor and transmission works, just how you don't have to know how any of that works to be able to get in a car, put the key in the ignition and turn it, and drive your car. So it's the same thing. You don't have to know the internal workings of what we're going to talk about. If you can put a key in an ignition and turn it, then you can do what I'm going to show you. Now, what we're going to deal with here is primarily tracking. The thing that tracking tells us is, where does my traffic come from? And this is why people that are not serious affiliate marketers fail, because if you get 500 clicks coming to an offer, you want to know where those clicks came from. Did you get 135 clicks from your blog? Did you get 176 clicks from AdWords? Did you get 220 clicks from maybe a forum post that you did? Are you getting traffic? You're utilizing this extremely powerful WordPress tactic. Are you getting traffic from that? You want to know these things. And more importantly, not only do you want to know where the traffic comes from, you want to know what traffic gets you sales. So, for example, let's say you've got 100 clicks coming from an AdWords campaign, and you've got 100 clicks coming from your WordPress multi-user blog thing that you're doing at Blogger. Well, what if you find out that you got 5 sales from the Blogger clicks and you got 2 sales from the AdWords clicks? Don't you want to know that? Don't you want to know where you should focus your efforts? Where are you getting more traffic? And not just traffic, but where are you getting more traffic that converts to sales? That's the kind of stuff that we want to know. Also, landing pages. You've got to track that stuff. I totally advocate. Set up a landing page, get everything working, and then set up another landing page for the very same offer. But do things differently. Have a different headline. Instead of just bullet points, have a video there. Track that kind of stuff. Alternate the landing pages and then see what seems to work better. You've got to know. You've got to do testing and you've got to do tracking. And that, my friend, is what is going to make you a super, super affiliate marketer. Let's take a look at some terms. First off, we have your affiliate code, and you know what that is, right? That is how you're going to get money. That's how they're going to track that you are the one that sent that traffic, right? Then we have the tracking code portion, and that is just your affiliate code with some other stuff added to it. You're going to see an example of it very shortly. You do not need to be a programmer to do any of this, okay? Next up, we've got landing page. This is whatever page that a visitor sees when they click on a link that you provide for them. Now, the reason that I'm mentioning this here is because to do the tracking where we're going to send, let's say we're doing an AdWords campaign, and you're going to send that traffic first of all, you're going to send it to a landing page. You're not going to send it directly to the affiliate offer. Well, if you're going to send it to a landing page, there is some extra work that has to be done, kind of behind the scenes, setting up your list and all that kind of stuff. And to be honest, I did feel that was a little bit overwhelming, so I'm not going to cover that here. If you're going to do AdWords and you're going to send them to a landing page, I'm going to suggest that you go to like Elance or Guru or Rent-A-Coder and have somebody do that for you. Have a programmer do it for you, just because it's a little bit involved. The good news is, though, the methods that we're focusing on here don't even involve AdWords, right? But I just want to mention that so you understand about the landing page. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on. And then PHP. This is a new term possibly for you. It is a programming language, and specifically, it's a scripting language. It allows you to make a website, but facilitate interaction with the user. You can also manipulate text. You can create dynamic pages. It's extremely powerful. However, you can get into that in your own time, just in your spare time while your business is going if you want to. You do not have to. What I'm going to show you is, again, copy and paste. You just do exactly what I tell you, and you don't have to know an ounce of PHP, and you will be able to pull this off. So don't be scared, because not only are you going to see what to do, I'm going to show you how I actually do it. Very important here. You've got to track everything. You want to know which ads are pulling, at least which ad groups. You want to know what sites are sending you traffic. So, for example, if you're advertising in AdWords, you want to know, okay, this ad group is working, this ad group over here is not. If you're doing your WordPress blog or you're doing some forum traffic or article marketing, you got to know where that traffic comes from, folks. Why spend, hours and hours doing articles and you're not getting any traffic from it? You need to know, okay, what I'm doing is not working over at the article directory, and I need to do something different. Don't just keep spinning your wheels, wasting your time. You might think, if you have an experience, with Google, you might think, well, I'll just use Google Analytics. Let me tell you what Google Analytics is, just in case you don't know. Google Analytics is Google's answer to helping people figure out if they're getting conversions, how well it's working, what they can be spending on advertisement, what their real profit is. It keeps track of everything. The thing is with that is you have to sign up for the analytics thing, and they give you some code. You've got to put on every single page in the process of your, the whole procedure. Maybe your conversion would be just somebody opts in. So on the opt-in page, you got to put that analytic code. On the thank you confirmation page, you got to put that analytic code. If you're doing something totally for yourself, then that's fine. You can do it, right? But affiliates, a vendor is not just going to let you put that analytics code on their page. I mean, they can't do that. Imagine, somebody selling something and they've got 500 affiliates. They can't put that code on their page so that everybody can track what's going on. No way. Plus, now this is a big one. Not only are you not able to do it if you're an affiliate because, the vendor's not going to let you put that code on their page, but if you do, and this is to everybody, if you are using Google Analytics, think about this for a minute. You are letting Google know exactly how much money you make. Now, would that not be crazy? Yes, it would. I do not want Google knowing, how much money I'm making off of advertising through them. Absolutely not. So, if, let's say, you were signed up as you were doing an AdWords campaign, and let's say you do your own landing page and you start to do some tracking, and even if you could get your code on throughout the whole order process, you would basically be telling Google how much money you make, and you'd be telling them, hey, I'm an affiliate marketer, because they would be able to see the whole process. right? So you totally do not want to do that. What that means is that we have to do the tracking ourselves outside of Google, outside of whatever other system we might be working in. By all means, we're going to be using free sources of traffic. We got to be able to track that stuff too. And it's got to be more than, let's say we're just doing ClickBank. It's got to be more than just checking our server logs to see how many times somebody hit our site. Who cares about that? I mean, it's good to know how much traffic you're getting. But you've got to know, is that traffic converting to sales? What specific traffic is converting to sales? Because I could get, like 500 hits. Let me just give you an example here. I'm gonna write this here real quick. Let's say that this is a source of traffic for me, right? And this is a source of traffic. And here is my affiliate offer. Let's say I get 5,000 hits from this site. And I get 2,000 hits from this site. I'm going to show you right now how important it is to track. Even if, let's say that you're like a total, you're doing everything yourself. You're not outsourcing anything. But you spend like 20 hours working over here to send the traffic. Maybe it's forum posting, writing articles, whatever. 20 hours. And over here, you're spending, 10 hours. Okay, great. So my whole week consists of spending 30 hours to generate traffic, and I make some sales, whatever. It doesn't really matter how much the sales are. But let's just throw out a number, okay? Let's say that in this process, I make $3,000 in that week for my affiliate commissions. Okay, you're thinking, hey, that is fantastic, buddy. I'm doing good. Well, little do you know that $2,500 of this, $2,500 of your commission came entirely from this site right here, whatever traffic generation method this is. Maybe you're writing articles or you're forum posting or it's your WordPress blog or whatever. So without tracking, you are going to be doing your 30 hours a week, busting your tail to get that traffic, and you're going to make your $3,000. The thing is, if you completely scratched this method, you would make $2,500 still. Okay? That is why tracking is so important. Wouldn't it be better to, if you just thought this was working out great, but it wasn't, wouldn't it be better to cut the time here, like forget this method altogether? Just spend another 5 hours over here, and you would more than make up for that $500. You'd probably make, an extra $1,000 on top of it. So you would be more profitable working less, working half as much. I'm still only working 15 hours here with this source. Or maybe I could take that extra time and come up with another source of traffic and test that and see how good it is. So the bottom line here is, if you're not tracking, you're not able to do any of that. You've got to track so that you know where the traffic is coming from.